Hello everybody and welcome back to Imperator, where last episode we made ourselves some vassals and also took some territory over here and up here. But mostly we made vassals. The Magadin Empire is now a vassal state of ours. We're using them as a buffer against the Seleukids, and I guess they exist in a similar capacity up here. But for right now, these guys are making their way over like this direction to be stationed in the Magadin Empire. These guys are making their way back. All is looking good there. We do have over 50 aggressive expansion right now, so that is painful. We will have to work that down. We'll probably want to build some roads in the Magadin Empire as well as down over this way. And we'll probably split off our units and have two separate units working on that. But I do want to hop into the macro builder here, see if we can build any of these. And actually, we can't. We can build nothing. That's a little remarkable to me. All of these already have pre-existing buildings. Huh, okay. The AI doesn't usually do that. But cool. These guys are going to need to resupply, and that's for sure. I guess we could just chill here. That should be okay. Yeah, do it. We're going to start drilling as soon as we arrive, and they're going to resupply their food. Otherwise, this looks reasonably good. Cool. I'm comfortable with our manpower generation. I'm comfortable with our economy at this moment. And I'm reasonably comfortable with our military as well. I feel like we should probably consider expanding our military. 108 out of 38? Something doesn't seem quite right there. Okay, I guess we're not going to touch our army for a while then, in terms of its composition. So I do want to grab here and split off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and our... actually 8, and our 2 units of engineers. Okay. These guys are going to go into road build. And we're going to look to build roads. Certainly build this bridge. No doubt about that. And then build the road up around kind of like this. It's kind of awkward. But then come on down this direction and build it in like that, making sure to get this bridge built. Okay? And then once you're done with that, you can make your way up this direction. Make sure to connect in like that. And then we don't really need too much other than a single road that connects up like that, right? So that should be fine. From there, they can make their way back over to here, building any roads that don't already exist along that route. And then we can come down this direction and basically just build along this coast and connect up over this way, like that. That should be all we need there. As far as this unit over here goes, we're just going to let these finish their movement. And then we're going to split off, similarly, their engineers, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units of archers. These guys are going to come sit over... Let's see, where was their station point going to be at? This is 50. I don't know where that was going to be at. Let's go into the supply map mode. 67. Okay, that'll do. And then these guys, of course, we're going to go back into our proper map mode. But these guys, of course, are going to head down over this direction as well. I want them to come over here. And we'll have them enter road build right now, actually. They're going to travel most of this, and it is a little expensive to move them down here on road build. But I want to definitely connect up this road here. And then I want them to come over... Actually, let's do this a little bit differently. Yes, I want them to come here and build the road down like this. And then I want to come over this way and build the road up like so. And then come down here and do something like that. And then build a road out this direction along this coast. I guess building into there would be okay, but we don't actually want that. But sure. I don't want to redo this whole thing. So we'll do something along the lines of this. There we go. And then we'll come down here and just connect in something like that. Make sure that there's a bridge built there, and then build all the way around here like that. So that would be the road build idea there. Cool. I think that should do. Once these guys arrive, of course, they are going to be drilling down over here. But for the time being, this'll do. Cool. So, we're waiting for our aggressive expansion. Oh, actually, yeah, we'll take your 102 gold. We're waiting for our aggressive expansion to drop before we attack Sumpa, right? There's no doubt about that. The next question is missions. How are we doing on our missions? Island Paradise is at 411 out of 500 for 12. That is definitely good progress. Lankan Nobility is at 93. Now it's at 92. Okay. So this is a city here. We can't build more than 3 even in metropolises, correct? Correct. Okay. So what we would really need here is another city down this way, I think. We could turn this into a city. Done. So we're going to get that going. We do have an unassigned title here, and we're going to put this guy in. We have some lack of commanders here, but I'm not too concerned about that. For the moment, I think that's fine. We're definitely going to be hitting negative stability. We should probably consider doing a divine sacrifice, maybe even a second divine sacrifice. Yeah, I think we have the political power for it. So we're barely dropping in our stability now, and as our aggressive expansion continues to come down, this will recover. So that's looking good. And our road construction is proceeding quickly. These guys are ready to be drilled, and we will definitely do so. Other missions that we need to work on. Assimilating the Tamils is being worked on. We're not quite halfway there. We're working on that. Eternity Monument is okay for now. Other than that, that would be this tier complete. Then we've got the Tooth of the Buddha, which we're going to have to capture. Jungle Elephants, which do definitely need work. We would need to move additional pops in here, and we need to move them from non-elephant producing provinces, right? So moving them from here is okay. These are grain producing. Let's go for like these earthenware producing provinces. So we're going to look to max these out. This will cost us money, but that's okay. So there we go. There's 22. We're going to need to do a similar sort of thing over here. As long as they're not producing elephants, we're reasonably okay with it. I don't know about the grain production. We can always move them back into grain production. We're probably eventually going to want to. Wait, this is a 25 out of 20. Probably should have looked at that. Yeah, probably. Okay, let's look for an additional jungle elephant province. Okay, there's a couple up over here. So I wouldn't mind moving pops from... Let's see, where are the... No, they're not in here. Okay, noted. We're going to move them over here. We're going to need like 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Cool. Over here, we're producing elephants as well, and we're going to need to move pops here as well. We can move up to 21. There we go. How are we doing now on our elephant production? We're now at 17. Okay. What other elephants need work? Over here. 44. Oh my. This is a city. Okay. It only has 3 building slots. Let's do a religious endowment here. Let's get rid of the Grand Theater and the Great Temple. And we're going to build a pair of mills. And then, of course, we're going to work on moving pops in here. So, how many do we need to move? A lot is the answer. We don't want to move any of these elephant producers. We're going to need another, like, 10 here. Okay. This might cause some food issues. But we want something along the lines of this. So we're going to get these mills done. We've already got the foundry. So that's looking good. And looking at our missions, we are at 18 out of 30 now. There is more work that needs to be done here. So we can move additional pops in here. I want to move some of these guys. Yep, this will be absolutely fine. Beautiful. Additional elephants. So we're at 19 currently. We can move 7 pops in here. Something like that. Cool. And we are on slave estates. Okay. So that puts us at 20. We can definitely do additional work here. So, we'll move some of these guys on in. Not elephant producers. There we go. That should put us, I believe, at 21-ish. Yeah, 21-ish. We've got this city here. We've already got 3 mills. We do not have a foundry. We can move additional pops in, though. And we'll go ahead and do so. 50, yep. This is potentially going to cause some food issues. We'll see. So there's 57 slave pops in here. Fantastic. That's making us 22. We can move additional pops in here. Okay, we'll move down over this way. So 18 and 19. There we go. And we're also producing elephants here. We only need 1 pop here. Consider that done. Now we're producing 23 elephants. Keep in mind, I don't actually care about producing all of these elephants. Is that all of our locations? I believe that is. Okay, so we definitely need to continue to work on this mill. We might need to turn some of these into cities as well. Encourage the visitors to stay, absolutely. This is now 3 out of 7. Okay, that's cool. So we can definitely get that 3rd mill queued up. We were working in our martial advances down to centralized production. Cool. So we need 2 more here. We'll have those pretty soon. That was great. I'm very pleased about that. We've already got a foundry here, and we could build, like, tax offices, potentially. Or rebuild our great temple that we took down. That's a potential option as well. Okay, a ruler is born. Sure. And we're going to continue to work on these mills. Slaves needed for local surplus -1 for each of these. Cool. So -1 slave needed for local surplus currently is every 18 slave pops. And we have the foundry for just the base resource production. There's nothing else for resource production, I don't believe. So that does mean that we're probably going to need to make a city. Cult sanctioned? Yep. That is over here, which probably ended up not being truly necessary. But we could definitely look at something like this, since it's at 24 out of 20. We could look at that being upgraded to a city. Let's do it. So we're going to get that going. That's going to take some time. And of course, we're eventually going to also do the same with our silk and with our grain. That's all going to need to be worked on as well. But for the moment, we're just working on elephants. Well, that and our conversions over here. 417, 95, and 1004. Yeah, we're definitely making progress there. So this city is going to be done... when exactly? It's going to be done in about a year. Okay. That seems fine. How are we doing on our road constructions? We've got a ways to go there. Cool. So that is completely okay. We're going to attack Sumpa again. I don't think we can get away with vassalizing them. Maybe we could. But I'd be a little bit of a doubter on that one. Let's see. Fort defense, mercenary army maintenance, planes combat bonus, and then that's all ships. Chariots, which we're not using. This would give us some freemen and 5% morale of armies. I mean, we have most of the really, really good stuff there in our traditions. So I think we can start making our way down this direction. That'll be fine. We are below 50 aggressive expansion now. And our stability is currently mostly holding. For the moment. And it should start going up again quite soon. So that's okay. That said, our divine sacrifices are eventually going to time out. We'll see how that plays out. Pop cap and monthly food modifier. Cool. So that allows us to get recruitment standards. We are now currently about 2 years away from getting centralized production. Okay. So that's noted. I do want to check in on that elephant city that we had. Where is that? I've forgotten where it is, so we're just going to look at it this way. We could make them be slaves, and honestly, that's probably going to be the best bet right now. So I think it's this city, or no, that's not a city at all. It's around here somewhere. Jungle elephants. Where are we at? Okay, let's go ahead and close that. There we go. And we can come down over this way. These are all settlements. Yes, this city. Cool. This was what I wanted to look at. So, unfortunately, tax offices do not improve our production. We are producing 4 elephants here now, so that's good. We're also eventually going to need this to get improved. 25 out of 20 right now. So that's mediocre, right? We're making 24 out of the 30 jungle elephants that we need. So we've got this city here. This will eventually need a forge. We can also move a slave in here. And I'm thinking we're going to need at least 1 more elephant-producing city. At least. So let's take a look at settlements here. Let's go for, like, this one. Let's bump that up to a city. Cool. So with that underway, we've got 3 cities being built. The one down here is going to be a research city, not because we're not capped on our research efficiency. We are. But simply to get the number of nobles up. That's going to be the idea here. Because we need to have 5 additional nobles. Which pretty much just means another research city down here. That's okay. We're at 424 out of 500 down here, and we should probably check in on our governors here soon enough. There we go. This is now officially a city, and we are going to build our academies here. Nothing else for the moment, just academies. The only purpose behind this city is to get a few extra nobles. And that'll be fine. So we're going to want to eventually move some pops in here, and we could move some of these, like, fish producers. Something like that. Just so that there's a few additional pops in here. And yes, we have a low food supply up over here. That can be automatically traded. And this is not importing anything because it does not have an import route. We'll go ahead and upgrade the province to get it one. And hopefully, once that happens, we'll be able to get that completed. There's a decision we can enact, which is this. Interesting. I think that this is not something that we want to do right now because of the stability loss. That said, we are positive on our stability at the moment. But monthly stability change minus 0.04. Pop conversion speed would be awfully nice. For 10 years? You know what? Let's actually do it. Beautiful. So we're going to be working on our stability. Our stability will be low, and that's okay. We understand that. I want to go through our provinces here. Make sure that everyone is on some form of conversion. Okay, they are. Beautiful. Nobody has changed over. And that looks fantastic. So we're going to continue to build these academies. And once those are finished, we will start to see more pops become noble here. That's the goal. Cool. So that should satisfy this mission. In theory. Yeah, we currently have ongoing construction, but that's fine. That'll be done soon enough. As far as our jungle elephants go, we're at 24. So that's noted. We mostly at this point are waiting on grabbing centralized production. Beyond that, is there anything that we can grab in, like, the civic tree here? We don't care about the Magadan Empire's opinion of us right now. Is there anything we can grab in the civic tree here to have things like this? Slaves needed for surplus -1. We've already got that once. I'm not seeing anything else here, although we could make our way to rural planning, and that may end up being necessary. I mean, there's slave output. Not exactly here, but there is slave output that we can go for. But I don't think that that will actually solve our problem. So, oratory advances. Just checking here, just glancing through the icons. Here. That's the slaves needed for surplus -1. That's pretty far in here. Although, I mean, aggressive expansion changes would be nice. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in. That's a theoretical possibility. Okay. We're definitely going to call down our state religion happiness here. 100%. Now, the head of the Rayana family is currently a jerk. And we're going to bribe him. He's primarily a jerk due to our stability, I believe. Okay. So we have one of our academies, actually 2 of our academies here built. That's looking good. Ah, this city has been built. Okay, so we're going to immediately work on 3 mills here. That is top priority. We need to get our elephants being produced, and we can actually move additional pops in here, which we will certainly do. We'll move these guys in. Non-elephant producers, thank you very much. And we're just going to continue to bring in these pops up to 44. There we go. We could definitely build aqueducts as well. So that's a potential option. That puts us at 23 jungle elephants. Okay, well, that's going to come back up soon. Cool. This drops initially because dropping the slave settlement. But once the mills are built, the mills are actually better than the slave settlement. So that should be fine. And let's see here. This was like up here, I think? Yeah, here. That's about a year out, so that's okay. We need a governor up this direction, and he is still on religious conversion. Cool, that'll be fine. No problem whatsoever there. So as these mills finish up, we're going to be producing a couple more elephants, 1 or 2. Martial advances, beautiful. So let's finish grabbing our centralized production. And that will give us, of course, our base production +1. Done. I also want to come up to our other city that was producing elephants, and I can never remember where that is. Where are you at? That's this guy. Okay, so that already has a foundry, of course. We needed to come down to the one that's producing elephants on the coast here. So there's one here. Beautiful. 60 out of 58. We're definitely going to put in a foundry, and I'm also going to build an aqueduct here to boost up our pop cap. So that'll be fine. This will produce us an additional 2 elephants, plus potentially another one here. Every 18 slave pops, that'll be 17. Yeah. So do we grab slave masters here? I don't think so at this moment. I think our best bet is to come over into oratory advances and work our way down to complex irrigation systems. Just checking through here to see if there's any others in this tree. The answer is no. So yeah, this is the route here. Do we take triumphal coins or do we take equal integration? We obviously take equal integration. So we're first off going to grab fitiales. That'll be fine. And then we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4 to go down to complex irrigation systems. Okay, so we need all of these to finish up, which means that we will have that sometime around 695, but it's actually not going to be that far out because we're ahead of time. So that it's going to be a little sooner than that. Cool. So we're going to get a couple of additional elephant production situations here, right? We're definitely going to produce a few more elephants. Sure, we'll replace the stockpile. We've got cash. So that's fine. Yeah, we're at 24 right now. We know we're going to get at least to 26. But we might get a little further. It just dropped to 23. That's probably due to slaves migrating, is my guess. This is 14 of 19. So we can definitely move a few pops into here. There we go. That only puts us at +2, or rather +1. There were 2 pops there that were kind of useless, but that's okay. Yeah, that puts us at 24 out of 30. This one is 9 out of 19. Okay, we definitely want to move some pops in here. So all of these get moved in, and then all of these, or not all of them, but those get moved in. There we go. So that puts us at 25 out of 30. We're working on this mill here, and then there's also, this foundry here, which will definitely bring us up to 26. This mill, which may bring us to 27. Okay, this just became a city. We definitely want to come look at that. Okay, 3 mills, and then a foundry. We don't have the cash for the foundry right now. Cool. So actually, I'm going to cancel 2 of these mills. We're going to build the foundry first. There we go. Unrivaled wealth, huh? Split it with the state. I want the cash. There we go. We need an additional mill here, which is going to take, what, 2 month ticks, I think? Something like that. Yeah, 1 additional month tick beyond this. And we are still building roads, keep in mind, so that's definitely a thing that we need to think about. These guys are almost done with their... Actually, they're not almost done with their road build. They've got a ways to go. Okay, so looking in up here, we're going to add in that mill. Cool. So that's all looking fine. What are we at for our elephant production now? 24. Okay. Well, we're definitely going to continue to work on this in the next episode. We're making progress, and we should be able to get that mission finished up soon enough. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, James, Shadowwolf, Mlohan80, Kentogan, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Rogue Corvid, Anna the Elephant, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.